Memo bi bia kwaba eba Melodies TV so. Papa no da eye screen no eso no se uyo bia we di Ghana politics echiri ache ye a unim no. A friend no Akufo Kennedy. Now say I stand to be corrected, but at a point in time he was even contesting against President Akufo Addo as the flag bearer of the NPP. I think so. I think at a point in time he rose in the NPP to that level. Akufo Kennedy. Na oden sama ba betuja. O si Ghana for there. President Akufo Addo nkrofo complain say ende nebusia ene eje 2 mini na ene nebusia na eyese ene nebusia na eyese no de nipa kra obe blame no. Eye Kufuor. Because Kufuor enya 2 mini no. Na nka Kufuor betumi ede ne 2 mini a prevent Akufo Addo ene achim ana Kyebi mafia from getting power. Nanso Kufuor anyesa amende ohwe NPP ni mokra na emu acheche factions abim nini na Akufo Addo nti. Yankenkan article no ne nhwe Akufo Kennedy nsem wo kan and why he's saying what he's saying. Or see, a leading member of the New Patriotic Party, Akufo Kennedy, believes that the former president of Ghana, John Agyekum Kufuor, failed the NPP when he failed to fight the Achim takeover of the political party. He believes that Kufuor had the power to stop it, but decided to allow it, and that's very worrying. So si Kufuor na obotumi no senya mema mote ase no. Se na nkanyamba we ni kwan se o mane ba. Na so Kufuor pene ye eja e ma ade ani siye. So no de oblame Kufuor. To him, Kufuor should have spent his political capital fighting to save the NPP from the control of the current president and his allies. It is our time no Kufuor or si Kufuor tumi ano wo bia no nanka wo se wo tumi de kon agi NPP if Akufo Addo nsem, because it was clear say President Akufo Addo and Crawford, they were coming for the party. Osha de to the general secretary then and then senior ye omo me say ende obi a was support Akufo Addo Bulgaria onokra to me ba be so camera sine so eka say Akufo Addo nyo obi a ope asomdwe Akufo Addo nye obi a onima asomdwe bi obekọ bi antokwa enti Akufo Addo nye peaceful person onokra to meka to tremu a na nkrofo nim Kufuor de enti na nkrofo nim Akufo Addo de enti ana nya hotambo tamaklo etumi kan se Ghana for mu nim na motoma papa yi mutiate enye ono pe other NPP leaders obi asema o kan se ono Akufo Addo be di president a ontumi ndama ne nkata ne ni yie wo Ghana da, because Ghana besan so akon age independence knowing the man Akufo Addo no. Nti papa we tremu na Kufuor ni minyama we ni na Kufuor nsunsu wotumi o ahonde ne se na nko betumi akon nanso Kufuor ntumi anko. Also talking about Kufuor, I have always liked him. Very personable, very fine gentleman, but in his post-presidential years, he let the NPP down. I think that a lot of the things, including taking over the party and extra constitutional things that the Kyebi mafia has done, like sacking Afoko and Kwabene Japan, and just like I'm saying, Afoko and Kwabene Japan. The person who should have stopped that was Kufuor, who refused to spend his political capital doing that. I say this because he's a very nice person. And I say that because he could have prevented a lot of those things from happening. Having said that, his abandonment of Alan might be based on the conviction that Bawumia is a better candidate. Intino utia Akufo Kennedy insemwa mse odituja efa eye Kufuor hono ono de osi Ghana for achim mafia nsensemo ekoso ni na nipa ko no be blame no no other person than Kufuor. Now oka asem we wie no social media yem read the comment here the Ghana for eka afa ne nsem no ho. Osi, in as much as I agree with you partly, I think the entire NPP Council of Elders, including you, must share the blame for allowing Akufo Addo dominating and taking absolute control of the party since 2008, even during periods he was not flag bearer and leader. He accrued too much powers to himself to the extent that his words became laws and slogans in the party. He had overbloated powers of sacking constitutionally elected party officials, as well as which parliamentarians he can or cannot work with. Ntutia, obi asama waka say, ono nso enji blame ni bi because ono nso ye MPP mpanyimfo. Saa time na Akufo Addo yes anyamani even before he became flag bearer of the party ni kra no. Akufo Addo ba benya atumi wo party ni mu ma. Nsem ye obeke bia no na asenkrofo afa. Nti omo ano mo apene ema Akufo Addo aba be ye de wa yesese no. Now, I see Dr. Atta Kennedy is partly right. However, don't forget that Kufuor subtly warned NPP delegates to choose someone who will unite the party and is not full of tension before the 2008 Congress. This subtle admonition may not have hit the right chord. Hence, the taking over of the party by the Achim Sakawa mafia rascals and criminals. People like Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo and Mr. Kofi Kumsin also advised against voting for this Mephistopheles as leader of the party. But their advice fell on deaf ears. Now we are all steaming in the Akufo Addo's shade. Into being so as a more no. Say Kufuor the Okasai and so Ghana for intie. Because Okaya 2008, Kufuor command stage in Oka say MPP for amoko to aba. Mo make sure say mo to aba mo obi a opay to trasem. James Kufuor kan asem ne nkrofo ante na se. Ne ye Akufo Addo ho asem na no kan. This is the allegation of being so. Edituja. I see Kufuor's interest at that time was seeking to have a successor who could protect and secure him to enjoy his pension in peace. Alan was his choice. Today, he has abandoned Alan. God is watching. Until being so asem a walk at Kufuor no. I say, wow, not surprising. Ashantis are all about money and power. When they see money and power, they shiver. How can you allow this shallow-minded, ugly Kyebi Kubolo to control you? By heart. Kufuor is the biggest hypocrite. Let's not pretend. Okay. Well, Obi say, Kufuor is a gem and intelligent person. Atta Kennedy is not intelligent, or he may not be a real disciple of Dankwa Buzia Dombo ideology. Sideline Achim or humiliate Akufo Addo and MPP will never come to power again. So binzo asema waka no. Say MPP for mupo mopa Achim for no. Munyo mo yaka de nya de MPP mo beba power biom. So binzo de no. I say but I mean uti ni pa kono asema waka na. In bit it is true. Because we have Achim for no that's a MPP party no. Achim for ni dia wo ana Dankwa Dombo Buzia. Okay, be can say Dankwa Achim side no. Anyway, I say nonsense all the way. Atta Kennedy no MPP any MPP near say answer no better no otumfo chiame and do otumfo sika and kokoye den. Okay, into Asante phone so can well. I say nonsense all the way. Atta Kennedy is loser and ignorant bedwetter. Jimie no na odi. I say Jimie na ordena wiase. Any party relies on rules of democracy. How can you say such daft things? That is why he got only one vote when he contested in 2007. It's not just send Americans on contest and yes, no quarry. Yes, you contest on your one vote pay. Useless creature. Go where you. Jimmy is your middle name. After all, you said MPP will lose 2020 elections. What happened? Abuefunu. Intino, Obinso or defending President Akufo Addo. Obinso say, when will you stop spewing this ethnocentric rubbish? You looked more level-headed when I met you in Legon in 1980. Not necessarily as a fellow student. Learn to let go the bitterness. I say, Kufuor selfish, seeks his own interest under MPP authority and does not care how MPP governs the country. Has Kufuor ever criticized the Nana Addo Bawumia administration for all these years? A bad old man. Also, fake democracy in MPP. MPP is divided as a political party and there is nothing attractive about the MPP anymore. Before MPP becomes united, they must go to opposition. But if they go ahead and maintain power, the division will be more with Bawumia as president. God forbid. I say, wow. This man, you are in the state talking trash, but you voted for Nana Addo. You guys were all fighting against him, but he overpowered you guys. If you're a man, come to Ghana. Obi say a tribal bigot are Chimps not Ghanaians. Even what you are saying, even what you are saying is true. This is a typical Ghanaian in diaspora. Whilst getting all the benefits while staying abroad, wants to interfere wickedly with corrupted ideas. Get off. At a comedy, stop this tribal folly. Disgraceful guy. Another mad doctor. This is another useless goat and betrayal. Idiots. This is the reason why you were sacked. Useless goods and betrayer. Betrayal. So these are the comments. Enemy of progress. Why are you so full of bitterness and hatred? If you are indeed a patriot and love Ghana, that's why don't you leave your refuge and come back home to help? You might as well help your tongue as you talk too much. And there is no substance in your utterances. Obi also say, bitter man, is NPP President Kufuor's personal property, or he struggled for the party more than Akufo Addo? You and others worked against Akufo Addo after he appointed you as campaign manager. You are not God and don't own the NPP party. International say, at a point in time, I know Akufo Addo campaign manager. That's what someone is claiming. I don't know how true that is, but anyway. No. Muntra mwa your comment box ni mumedasi.